Hello, it is video update for November 10th, 2013. I wanted to give an update mainly because I haven't done one in like 3 weeks. I'm doing a lot of research on certain things, and considering I was in the mood for it right now, I really wanted to air out a few things and bring a few things to the surface. As far as politics goes, I'll do the Facebook and Twitter part 2. I'm only going to be doing one section for politics. As far as politics goes, it's the same old shit. You get this stupid government shutdown, which they have no evidence of. Meantime, all the senators in Congress are getting paid. They're threatening to shut the government down, but yet everyone's getting paid. Does that make sense? No. Obama gets his Obamacare policy sanctioned. Now all of a sudden, he's got all these glitches because they decide to make a web page. It's only made for a certain amount of bandwidth. And when the page crashes, all of a sudden they're claiming too many people are accessing it, so now we have to fix what needs fixing. Yeah, okay. If you take a website and only set it up for 50 megabytes worth of bandwidth, when you know very well that about 50 million people are going to be hitting the website just to see what the damn thing is like, you know it's going to crash. So, again, another policy that is filled with pathological lies. Okay? The Obamacare website can't be so chock full. If they really wanted to prepare for it, if they were actually being genuine, they would have had that website to handle at least 50 gigs a month. Okay? That's all it takes. 50 gigs of the bandwidth allowance a month for 50 million people. 50 gigs is a lot of data. Maybe, actually no, my package website, the package for my website, I had to triple mine. And mine only started out at 5 gigs of space and 5 gig of download allowance for my own website server. But considering now, it's a 15 gig limit transfer rate. They didn't want to set the whole damn thing up for the appropriate download limit. They wanted to set it up that way because they wanted to make it look as if, holy shit, look how many people are hitting this thing. A lot of people want it. No. Now, on the other hand, when they're talking about, oh, username already taken, yeah, because a dumb nigga in office already signed everyone up through their own insurance policy. So yeah, I dare say, you can't sign up twice because Obama already signed them up. Why do you think all the businesses are bitching because they can't afford to get people on their insurance plan, on their insurance policy? It's stupid. That's what the whole fiasco is about. First he says, if you have your own doctor, you can have them. If you have your own policy, you can have it. You don't have to change. Period. Now all of a sudden, last week, the nigga in office says, no, that's not what I said. I said, if you have one before the thing starts, you can have them. All of a sudden, now he's saying, oh, well, if you didn't have one in the beginning, you have to have this one. Well, how many people didn't already have their insurance policy beforehand? 75% of the illegal citizens here already have their health plan, or they already have their own health care policy. Since when does a half of the country, not counting the illegals, the actual registered citizens, since when do they go to work and not have an actual paid-for policy? That's the common sense that Fox News doesn't want to tell you, because Fox News has been advertising the shit out of this whole governmental shutdown and Obamacare policy thing. They made it like, their policy The advertising policy is the center of our universe. Bullshit. The sun is the center of our universe. God is the center of the sun. He is the one who controls everything. But the government sees it differently. The government sees it as, we have to only concentrate on this. We have to fix what needs fixing. Well, then why aren't you fixing it, dumbass? The whole thing is like, it's really, really retarded. I dare say this whole healthcare policy is just nothing but an offshore account that Obama is collecting money over just so he can exit out of office after 8 years being a multi-billionaire and laughing at everyone because he picked vulnerable individuals to lie to. You see, that's the problem with that's the sad yet comedic thing about pathological lying sociopaths and pathological lies in general. They pick and they choose vulnerable people to lie to so they can get away with it. And then they go to everyone and say, look how good I am. Just because you pick a retard to lie to doesn't actually make you a good liar. It just makes you a coward because you know for a fact that if you talk to a very intelligent individual who can tell the difference between a lie and a truth, like me, he'll get pissed. He will try to prosecute me to the fullest extent of the fucking law. Well, because he can't get away with anything from me. That's the reality of politics. They choose the vulnerable areas and they use them as tools to make them look like they're actually accomplishing something. When in reality, they really aren't. Let's see, other than that, I'm trying to cram everything in like a 10-minute video here. I had a few people saying, oh, you're an idiot. You have evidence of that? I'm actually getting idiots sending me shit in my YouTube inbox saying, you're idiotic, you're an idiot. Well, I dare ask what made them the gift of education. When they're the ones who don't listen, they don't give a shit. All they do is go around on YouTube and splurging hatred and calling people idiots. Meantime, they have nothing else to do on their time other than act like an idiot themselves. So I really don't pay attention to them. But enough of that rambling in that area. This whole government shutdown thing is just plain totally retarded. The 5 on Fox News has been advertising the shit out of it. And it's like all this crap going on in politics really, and I say this without fear, with full sarcasm, it really does encourage me to be proud to be a staunch anti-American. Staunch anti-American in the context I'm talking about means anti-American government, anti-American supposed heritage, anti-American rules that protect the criminal, and the American lifestyle of the acclaimed, well, what do you think? The American society doesn't concentrate on the facts. They concentrate on, what do you think? What do you think and what do you think? Well, I think this and I think that and I think the other thing. Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck what you think. I give a shit about the facts. That's what I'm saying. Anti-American in general. Now, you go down to China as much as the American society thinks they're communist just because they have a 3-kid rule and they have an abortion on the 4th one. Well, you get some Chinese and some Japanese who will literally run circles around the average quote-unquote American, end quote. You get some Asians that are so brilliant. If you had a science contest, they'd get warp drive before the Americans did. That's the reality of it. Russians are the same way. Yes, Russia is communist in some areas, but guess what? They don't talk about and they don't confront you about the Russians who are extremely intelligent. That's what I mean by anti-American. Anti-American politics, anti-American society, anti-American rules, anti-American heritage. Because the American heritage is solely based on what do you think, what do we think, what do you think about this, what do you think we should do, what do you think, I think. Yet the American society knows nothing about, well, I know this for a fact, that. And there is evidence based on this, but you gotta open your fucking eyes and look at it. That's what I'm saying. I am a staunch anti-American because of the degraded mentality. Yes, there are people in this country who are brilliant, but in reality, they're not Americans. They're white Caucasian individuals who are educated. Political fanatics are Americans. That's why if you ever watch Fox News with Andrea Tanteros, Dana Pereiro, Bob Beckel, Greg Gutfeld, what's her name? Kimberly Guilfoyle, who don't pay attention to shit on any of the Twitter or any of their Facebook profiles. They just consider their audience the American people, the American this, the American that, the American this. Okay, I got a question. If America's based on religion, why aren't you characterizing people as the people out there need something they can trust and they need something that will protect them? No. The American people. Excuse you. If I ever went down there, excuse you, I find that highly offensive that you're calling me an American. I am an individual, a Roman, devout Catholic. Don't put me in the same context as an American because Americans don't have brains. Again, educated people aren't Americans. The Americans are political fanatics. So there's a difference. Anyways, that's enough for the politics, and I'm going to go into part 2 for Facebook and Twitter.